What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory series. Today is episode 13 and we start off by selling our German League team in order to buy the Spanish League team that I did show you guys at quite a few episodes ago now. I did decide to not buy it straight away because the German team was playing well, but I thought it was time to change things up so we weren't playing with the same teams. I think I might keep the Premier League team, but I might change it out for a French League team or a nation team, something like that. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. And I already looked up how much each player was going for, which is why you see me here listing them up basically very quickly at a certain price. And obviously our right back we couldn't sell, but this is the team. And in the end, I don't think I didn't actually want to buy Carlos Vela at striker because he was like 4,000 coins or something. I did want to buy Griezmann, but then he was like 8,000, 9,000 coins, and I didn't really want to spend too much on one player in one team. So I think you'll see who I end up picking up, and I think. Look, I used him at the start of FIFA, like most of the players do decide to choose for our teams, and he was quite good, so I did end up buying him, which you will see later on. And each player I do pick up, I do try and find the one with the most contracts at their cheapest price, so that we don't have to worry about contracts on them. And some of them we managed to get like 20 contracts on or above 10, and then some I think there was one where we got about 4 contracts on him because he was like the cheapest, and another one there was like 7 or 9. We did manage to get quite a few contracts on each player basically, and the team wasn't expensive. I did try and pick the players who were the cheapest from their league, but good at the same time basically. And the midfield is lacking in a bit of pace. Like Perez is like the fastest player in our midfield, seeing as we do have Krychowiak and Parejo, who both have quite low pace, but they are good in the sense of holding midfielders and attacking at the same time. But besides from that, it's just their pace that's quite bad. And Perez is kind of an all-rounded player. Yeah, he's not like the fastest player. He has some pace to make up for the other two players in the midfield. I usually like to play defensive players in the middle on the 4-3-2-1, and the more attacking players on the outside. But seeing as we do have sort of two defensive players in the team, I've kind of one defensive, one attacking, and then one that's like both, which is Perez. But I've kind of chosen for the ones to be on the outside to be the ones with the most pace, which is Krychowiak and Perez, who both have I think like 71 pace or something. So Krychowiak isn't too slow. Parejo is. He has like 59 pace or something, something like that. So he kind of it's better to have in the middle, so he doesn't have to track back and run against fast players. If we do come up against anyone with a fast attacking sense in their team, or fast players in general. And our defence isn't the fastest either. They have like 69, 68 pace, both of them do. And our fullbacks though have a bit of pace. Tremolinos has something like 81, and DeMarcos obviously had like 89. So he is the fastest player in our defence. But I don't really mind about that because on this FIFA, pace doesn't really seem to be the major factor in terms of the players. It kind of actually boils down to their ability in their role. And here you just see me looking for a rare Keylor Navas because it kept popping up with non-rares, and I had to refine the search, so it was like minimum to maximum basically the same price. We do eventually find 2, and I decided picking up this one because it did have the most contracts out of the 2, but unfortunately you didn't have a lot. But 6 isn't too bad. It does give us obviously 6 games within, but then we do have to think about giving the team contracts. And basically we do have quite a few coins left over thanks to the fact that our team that we do sell, our Germany team, they all sell either for discard or sell for like 1,000 to 2,000 coins, and Gundogan being the most expensive, and I think he does sell for about 2,500, which is quite decent for a player, especially when he has an upgraded card that like doesn't really have much of a boost on it, but he's still basically the same price. And that's the team there completed. It is 98 chemistry, but that is because Krykowiak is out of position, so he's on 8 chem, and Konoplyanka for some reason is on 8 chem. But I do fill in the bench, and I do cut that out because it was a bit boring. But we do go into our first match in Division 9 with our Premier League team, because obviously we did buy some players that were completely out of fitness, especially Parejo there. I don't know how people managed to play with players like all the way down, because I saw when I was looking for some players, there was one with like 30 something fitness, and I don't know how you can like allow your players to decrease in fitness so much, because surely they would basically be dead after like 10 minutes in that game. Now, our first opponent in Division 7 does have a nice 4-1-2-1-2 second variation without the outside winger / midfielders on the right and left hand side, but he does have a fully non-rare, apart from I think it was 1 or 2 players. It was a Premier League team, and it took us not too long, but a fair amount of time to get the first goal. Lovely, well worked move. Lukaku near post, making it 1-0. Lukaku has been a very good player, just like the rest of our Premier League team. But I think it's a time to like upgrade a few players, and I think we will change out Stones, Sanya, and possibly Tim Howard. But you do see a couple of saves in this game from Tim Howard that make me like that is like the reason why I bought him in the first place, and you do see them later on if I did put them in the editing. But that second goal there from Iturbe, it did like bounce off of Fellaini's head there, and I did like aim the ball to go to Iturbe, so luckily it did get to him. But I did also, when it like ended up landing on Fellaini's head, I did try and header it back to Iturbe, and luckily the way the ball hit Fellaini did end up hitting straight down into Iturbe, who smashed it and made it 2-0. Very lovely finish, and I think it was either just before or just after half time. My opponent does, just before half time, he does break through on a counter attack, and I didn't know whether to go to or mark the second man, and I decided to stay between the two. He does make it 2-1 just before half time. But as you saw by the half time stats there, we were in control of the game, and was finding it a very easy game to basically have the freedom to pass the ball about and not worry about him tackling me. And there for our third goal is a lovely goal from Lukaku once again, like he seems to keep doing almost every game, just like the lovely goal he scored earlier on in the series, where a lovely long shot from like really awkward angle. But that goal there, it's one of those goals which you feel good about scoring, because even though the keeper is off his line, it's like a really nice finish from the player. That I finessed that, I didn't even chip it, I finessed it, and he did like put it right over the keeper and get it in to make it 3-1. And then just here we do break through Lukaku once again, and on his weak foot he does make it 4-1. And at this point I was thinking that my opponent was going to rage quit the game, but he didn't. He did stay around, so fair play to him. I was kind of hoping that he would stay around, because rage quits can get a bit boring, especially when you're in like the lower divisions, because you kind of don't get to play the full game, and it's fun playing the full game, especially on an account like this. And it's also good because it gives me something to show you guys, so it's kind of more beneficial for me and you guys for a non-rage quit. Obviously we do want to get to like Division 1, but until then I don't really mind. I mean I do mind people rage quitting, because it's kind of like just gets a bit boring, the fact that you don't get to play a full game. But as you saw there, we did make it 5-1 with a really nice goal from Ericsson, who did like do some tricks in the box to get around his players, and lovely finish into the near post. And then our 6th goal does come from Ericsson once again. I think it was Ericsson. It was a lovely no, it was a Iturbe, sorry, lovely of the fake shots in the box to confuse my opponent, then slots it near post to make it 6-1. That is how the game ends. Lukaku get a man in the match from 9.8, and we do get 578 coins for the game, and that does mean we pick up our first win in Division 7, meaning we do get 3 points. And it's obviously Division 7 is not going to be the hardest, but I hope you did enjoy today's video. This is going to be the end. If you are enjoying the series, hit the like button. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do want some cheap MSP or PSN codes, do check out D2A in the description below, because they do some lovely offers on those codes for the gift cards. And that does mean you can pick up some cheap FIFA points for yourselves. And the link will be in the description, as I said. But if you didn't enjoy the video, let me know why in the comments below. Like, as I said before, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Heaven is out of reach, and there's a fire that I won't slay. There's a fire but no fire brigade. Our souls tonight, we are losing this fight.